Hey guys, I thought I would record a video of doing a hair tutorial. I think I washed my hair. Today is day 3. And so this will be good for dirty hair. It probably will do a little bit better with some texture in your hair. My hair is fine. It doesn't, I've not done anything to it. This is how I slept in it last night. I wore it in a bun yesterday. I pulled my bobby pins out where a few pieces were falling and stuff and slept in it last night. So this is exactly, I woke up like this. Exactly, 100%. So we're going to take it off and go through everything together. Once it starts getting a little bit of the mundane stuff, I will speed the video up. But my hair is a tangled mess. It's fine, it's porous, it holds scents. Like if I cook French fries, the healthy option, in the grease, not the air fryer, in my Fry Daddy, my hair will smell like it, you know, sometimes. So I love dry shampoos for that. And I usually use a dry shampoo on the day that I wash it so that I do have a little bit of grip and texture. But if I'm not careful, if I use too much, it will, it don't do good either. So, and then I have a blonde streak right here. I call it blonde. It's really kind of gray, but it don't color good. It's like I saw Freddy Krueger and it just will not go back to normal color. Why? We'll call it character. Okay, so I think I'll be using this Sexyhair Texture Surfer Girl. I think it's made by Big Sexy probably. But I love this, and it's a dry texture spray. I'll probably use it at the end. I've not done anything to my hair the last couple of days. When I washed it the first day, I think I put it on a top knot on top of my head, like a half top knot, and this went. And then yesterday I put it in a bun, and then today it's been in the same bun that I woke up in. You're lucky I brushed my teeth. And then this is one of my products that I have been loving. I'm going to be doing like some product spotlights on things that I really enjoy using because I feel like I'm a beauty junkie. So I've used tons of stuff that just works for me. So if you kind of got hair like mine, or if you just are looking for something to try, I got this at Ulta. I want to say it was $10. Me and my cousin was shopping one day. And this is a Beachy dry shampoo. But it smells like a citrus. Oh, it smells so good. It's like a citrus. It's like a clean, perfumed kind of citrus smell. So my hair, it smells amazing. I can't even tell you how good it smells. But I love citrus stuff. But it is a dry shampoo. But if you have used like the powder play by Big Sexy Hair, or the I like the spray, the powder spray, because it's a lighter, it's not as much. If you've used that, and you know how you just feel, and all of a sudden you could like do this right here and your hair would just basically stay, even though it's a powder, it gives like volume. This does the same thing. So I use this when I do sparingly, because it will give texture like no other. And a lot of people need texture, but it's for your roots. You know, I don't like to put it all over my hair. And I don't use a whole lot of this either. The neat thing about this texture spray is that the bottle is textured too. I mean, like you feel of it, it feels like there's grip on it. I guess because of the, the sand and the salt. But so we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna section my hair off. And so one of the things too that I feel like is really good if you have fine and limp hair is the more that you the smaller curls and the smaller sections you take, the more volume you're gonna get always. And I have weird parts in the back, and I'm parting in the middle, and I need to recolor, and I'll do that at some point in my life. But the smaller sections that you curl are going to give you more volume. So I'm doing some sections here because I'm not good at going in and being able to find the curls that I missed and that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to try to keep it as sectioned off for me. It's what works for me. I see some people that can go and do everything. I'm like, oh my God, I'd miss every one of those pieces. And I truly would. I'm the worst. And then I'm going to section the back some. And I part it in the middle. Every once in a while, I can't really wear the butt cuts much, but every once in a while I will fix my hair in the middle, and I'll be like, oh, I like it like that. so rare. I just don't have the face shape for it, but I still will, you know, I still will do it from time to time. Cute, huh? So that's probably good enough for me. I'm going to take smaller sections, and then when I get to the top, I should have dry shampooed it first, but I didn't. That's okay. I part it in the middle, and that way I can flip it either way I feel like. When I have my hairdresser color my hair, I will go ahead and tell her I don't know which way I'll flip it, so that she can cut it at the either or angle, and then color it at the either or angle, so that way it'll look good. I'm going to be using, this is the, I don't know if it's the Babyless or the Babyless, however you say it, Pro. It's porcelain ceramic. It's kind of long barrel. It's kind of hot to touch at the end, and I have it set on probably about 390. It's got a twist down here. Sometimes my hand, one of my cons about this is my hand will go. I like the barrel that it's long, but I might need to turn it down because it felt hot just now. So I put it on 380. The barrel will, this little dial will move with my hand. So I really like this look. It's kind of a beachy wave look too. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to start with small sections. So I'm going to do a couple, and then I will fast forward. But the neat thing is, see, this is really small, especially for me. But you just kind of get it, and you twist it around. And then you pull it down out and twist it again. And then you're going to pull it down again and then twist it again. And it's almost going to be like a little mini dread. And you're just going to leave it. I'm not sure what size barrel that is. It may be a, I don't know if it's maybe a 1 inch. Kind of looks, maybe that's a 1 inch. It's not bigger for sure. But I try to move it pretty fast because I do have fine, thin hair, and I don't want it to stay on the barrel long. But see, as I'm pulling it down, and then I'll pull it down again, and then I will rewrap it. And I don't leave it long. It just gives a kind of a little curl. And the more of those you can do, the more volume and the better it'll look. Fuller. But if you got bigger hair, you really need a curling iron not much bigger than this, because you want the waves, you want it to kind of have that dready look to it. Little Bob Marley, if you will. Don't worry about a thing. That's probably a little big, but alright. See, once I start getting the back, I lose myself. See how I'm doing this? So and then I'm going to pull out the first little loop that I've got. And you can do it with probably any length hair. But since mine is this length, I feel like the 2 loops. Oh, I gotta hurry. Because I don't want to leave it in there long. And that's why you don't want to use a high heat setting either. So I will fast forward. Let me separate this out. Pull it on this side. Okay, so that's the bottom layer. And one of the things too, I know it may look confusing, but the trick for me is that I know I always go, I probably should start in the back and make it easier, but I actually usually start on one side and then I just kind of work my way all the way around trying to keep it separate. But I probably could have done another layer, like especially in the back, so I could have kept that with a little bit better. But when I put my other hair down, it covers it enough, so that bottom layer isn't the most important, but it's probably a little bit thicker than what it needs to be. But the point is it's going to be good enough. So one of the tricks for me is that when I go and I curl it, I'm curling it away, and then I pull it down to get one loop out, and I curl it back over that loop because it's already got that tight curl that I just pulled down, and I'm curling it back over it. And then I just pull it back down all the way to the bottom, and then I curl it back. I'm always curling in the same direction. I never have to switch it back and say, oh wait, which way? If I'm curling back, I just am always curling back. Sometimes this little doohickey right here gets hung up in my hair, and then I, with the heat protectant that I'll use, the third wheel heat protectant on my hair, that will sometimes it makes it, smoke and mirrors and stuff, but I probably could turn it down even a little bit more, but my hair doesn't hold curl well. So I try to keep it on about 380, 390. This is a little bit thicker than probably what I need, so I'm going to separate this out, and I'm going to speed through these two right here because they're just going to be in the back that you can't see. But once I get back to my sides and stuff, then I'll unspeed it. Okay, so unfortunately, sometimes my hair is so thin at the end, and I don't want to leave the very, very end in there, but sometimes it ends up happening. But you can tell the tighter curls versus the ones that are not. So I'm fixing to show you just the way to make sure. I'm really not this tan. I put a filter on because I don't have any makeup on. And I'm red. I'm on steroids and stuff, like steroid medicine, because I've had a cold. And so I was like real red and splotchy. But I want to do a makeup tutorial a little bit, and I'm going to cover that up so you won't be able to see it. But so you can tell this right here is a bigger curl than really what it should be. I really wanted it to be a little bit more tighter. But the trick is, so I've got everything done, I think, pretty much. So we'll go to this side. Oh, after I pull half my hair out, then I won't have that much to curl. See, here's a big old curl. It was too big, but it ain't at the end of the world. I could go back over it, but I just ain't going to. Okay. So like I'm going to start here at the back. And I'm just trying to pick so that if you get a section too big, then it doesn't give that real thin little wave. This could almost be too big, but I think it's going to be good. So what you do is you want it to be as thin on the barrel as you can get it. I usually do just a smidgen at my crown, and then I pull it down to almost my roots, and then I want to wrap it around for a second, and then I bring it out, and you want to pull that tight so that it's almost like a rope that you're recurling on that rope. And really that second one's what seals the deal, because when I pull it down, see how tight that is? Then I want to wrap that kind of around on itself. And that's where I'm getting that real skinny little curl. Again, I don't want to mess with it too much because it'll fall out. I want it to kind of have that almost a dread appearance, because once I finger curl it, it will fall out some, but it'll just look kind of natural, like people that's got natural beach waves in their hair. It gets a little bit daunting when you have to do this, but again, you'll be able to wear this style if your hair will hold curl for, a couple of days. You'll have the curls in it, and the messier, really, the better. So I need to pull that a little tight, and then I wrap it back around on itself. There, Porky Pig. See, it got a little bit too loose at the end, but it's okay, because that gotta be perfect. It don't have to be perfect. Okay, so I think I've got it all curled. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna go ahead and curl this guy extra. And I'm just gonna, I feel like the tighter you can get it around the barrel and that rope, and then kind of just pull it to the end, is what you need to do. So we've got this. I'm gonna go in with my Forget the Wash. I love it. Like I said, I got it at Ulta. You can probably get it off Amazon. It smells like I don't know what it smells like. Oranges and mandarin. Oh, God, it smells so good. It's just a citrus. Not a lemon citrus, but like an orange. I don't use a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot, because serious business, it sure is. So it's not a lot. I put a little bit in there when I first washed it too. So I'm going to kind of just let them cool for just a second. If I want to brush it out, I usually use like a wide tooth comb here. Sometimes if they're too kinky, I could do this, but usually it's This right here is just fine, but we're going to try finger combing it first, and then I'll go back in with this texture spray and spray it, and then if I wanted to finish off with a little bit of finishing, I could. So we're just going to kind of start and I kind of like to pull it at the ends too, and you can tell some of the pieces if I didn't get a good rope like look on like the good rope curl, that they'll be a little bit more loose. But again, I think that just kind of adds to some of the messiness. But I mean, you could leave it parted in the middle if you wanted to. And we'll check out the back too. I've always got weird parts that I have to fix in the back. Do I have a mirror? Yeah. We'll check together to see what I need to work on. I mean, say I've got like I have a weird part, but I can fluff it like that, or once I go over it with a comb or anything else, it will be fine. And it's a lot easier when I look in the mirror. But I could part it either way. And the more dry shampoo that I use of this stuff, the higher I can get my little whoosh up here. Because it's got some good hold to it. But I don't really never know, English grammar here, I don't really ever know which side I want to part on until I have, until I'm done. I'll just kind of figure it out, because I kind of like this one here better. I feel like I had a little bit more volume when I went on this side. So I would do that. And then I would get this Beach texture spray. And again, if I did a little bit tighter curls, which I could have, it doesn't really take away your length. You just have a little bit of these just kind of waves in it, kind of almost like if you kind of was in the rain a little bit, or at the beach and you come out and you see people and you're like, oh, how does their hair look like that? Just these teeny little waves. Mine are a little bit bigger. This is like a 1 inch. You could probably use a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, and it would be even smaller. But it's just pretty little waves. They're just not big, and pull them down, pull them out some. If you need to go back and add some more, you can. So always play with it. You can do a tuck or a pin back, whatever. If you want to do a top knot or a half top knot, you could do that and just fix it however you wanted to fix it, pin it down. Ooh, the possibilities, right? But you could do, anything that you want to do with it once you've got the waves in. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully, I'd like to see if anybody tries it or has tried it before. Like, I've done it before where I have taken it out and wrapped it one time, but I've never wrapped it twice. But I follow this lady who does tons of like innovative stuff all the time, and her hair is a little bit longer, and she took a lot smaller sections than me. I don't have the patience for the smaller sections, but the smaller sections was really pretty. I think she used 3/4, and this is a 1/4, so they're going to be just a smidgen bigger. But the object is really to get that rope lock when you're wrapping around twice, so that it seals that in, and then try to not let it loosen up. Try to pull it down and then just let it go without touching it, and so it can stay as a little bitty spiral. And then when it, when you start finger curling it out, just kind of mess it a little bit, and usually your curls won't get so big. Like, some of these are a little bit big for what I was trying to do, but you get the gist, right? I mean, it's still pretty. I still like it. But yeah, that's it, guys. So just wanted to share that one that I had learned and loved. And like I said, I've tried it a couple times, but it takes a while. So I need to have time to mess with my hair. Oh, did I already sprayed this texture spray? I don't think I did. This is so good. And it does smell like the beach too. And it really gives that grip and hold that you need in your hair. And and I usually will finish it off with just a little bit of spray, but it helps my curls to stay as well. I mean, the ozone doesn't like it, but I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's ozone friendly, right? But yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later.